I wanted to introduce myself. Some of you I know I've probably had classes with. So I am 30 years old. I currently live in Northwest Indiana. I currently work as a middle school counselor. I have about 400 students.
I wanted to show you guys some of my art because I know in the next part of the video I talk about all the details and all the other stuff.
And I wanted to show this to you because it's extremely important to me. It's a really huge and important part of my spiritual life. It's been one of the ways that I've just become really aware that God is with me, and it's a way that I can get close to God and then at the same time bless other people. It's really a really big blessing, and I don't get to share it with people all the time. So I just wanted to show you a couple of the pieces that I've done. I don't own a lot of the art that I've done just because it's not usually for me. Typically whatever I make it's for other people, and it becomes pretty obvious to me that God is giving me an opportunity to bless other people. I made this one most recently. I've been diagnosed with chronic migraines, and it's really been a struggle. So this has been a psalm that I've spent a lot of time pondering on and trying to understand how to do that in really difficult times. So my art has been, it's been a journey for me, and it's just really interesting how with the completion of this program, you know, I'll be moving back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from, and I'm moving back to my hometown. I'm making a really big transition to move back to where my family is, move to where my boyfriend is, and it just feels like there's it's a big chapter in my life that is, you know, things are changing. And so I'm really looking forward to this class for a lot of reasons, but one of them being that I am looking forward to being able to kind of just explore what I've learned and what God has been trying to teach me through this whole program and through this season of my life. I don't know that I've always listened. Well, I guess I should say I know that I have not always listened. But I also know that that's part of the faith journey too. And I plan to be working with kids, working with just people. And, you know, anytime we work with people, I think it's important to remember that, you know, we all go through the same struggles. And so I think when I was growing up, I had a really big concept of priests or pastors or, you know, like faith people, that they had a different type of relationship with God and that they were able to access God in a way that I wasn't able to. And I suppose that in terms of discipline, that may be accurate. But I don't think I know that that's not the way God wants it to be for us. I know that God wants all of us to be close. And I know that my art is one of the ways that I've gotten really close to God, because it's just me. It's how I work. And this is older. This is an older piece, and this is a newer piece. And I just think it's really, for me, it's really interesting to go through my art that I still have, because they're all lessons. And I'm not a sermon writer per se, but if I was a sermon writer, my sermons would be my art, and I would just talk about all of the lessons that God taught me in the process of making this. This is one of the oldest pieces that I made when I was trying to access who I was to God. So I'm not sure how my artwork is going to become part of my life, but I do know that when I'm making art, when I'm making this kind of art, I am more the person that God wants me to be than any other time in my life. I'm able to just access parts of God and parts of myself that it's not as easy to access them when I'm focused on the world and doing my work. And I love my work. I mean, I work as a middle school counselor. I teach 3 periods a day. I get to have really amazing conversations with kids about why things are the way that they are. And, you know, I really struggled in middle school and high school, mostly because I didn't have a relationship with God. I was raised Catholic, and it just really did not resonate with me in the way that I am. But I love the idea, and I love the concept of becoming the person that I needed to other people who are in that same place. But I also know that I didn't need a person as much as I needed a person. I mean, I did. We all need a relationship. We all need people. But more than anything else, I needed God in my life. And I needed to understand what I was going through the lens of faith. And so I guess my hope and my prayer is that I can find a way that all of this kind of pieces together. I've been feeling drawn towards family ministry lately. And I I don't know what it looks like, but I'm not scared, and it does feel like the right time. So I'm resigning at the end of the year. I've already talked to people at work about it, and I'm moving back to Pittsburgh, and it'll be time for the next chapter in my life, and I'm excited to see what that is. So thanks for such a long rambly video, guys.